Morning, Luigi. Here's another progress report. Don't know if we're going to use up tonight because things happened again. I'm always caught behind the 8 ball, always a step behind. Copier configuration is different, but we're not in that zone yet. How odd. To get to my zone, I have to basically scale it so big, like, I'll just show you some example, which is really, annoying. It's like, when you're looking up things in your computer, right, you've got these 3 files and folders and search terms. I've been trying to learn this stuff, and it's really caused me to get so angry. Like, I don't know, neurotypicals do it so beautifully. It's filing. It's called filing. I hate filing. Because I'm trying to basically look for my videos and then upload them, and I've been doing this for like weeks, and I just can't seem to get the pat down pat. I mean, sometimes I've got the flow where, I'll just show you what folders are there. I don't know if I'll show up on the screen. I could use this camera on the screen. I can't monitor this, but basically I'll have to zoom this sucker out and see if I can give you an idea what I'm talking about. You probably know better than I do, but using folders, like searching terms, like using, Boolean expressions is a search term, and or not, that stuff. I can't seem to get the pattern down pat. It's not like copier configuration, it's different. And you see, that's the thing, Luigi, I really feel annoyed, I feel inferior when I'm on those terms, of course, most nerds and geeks, I don't know if they can handle search terms, but remember, that I've got a short-term memory deficit and I'm not a fast learner. So, using folders, I find I create lots of junk files, and folders that are empty folders, yuck. And that's the only thing I can basically click to is the search screen on my computer. I don't know whether you can see it because I can't monitor this view at the moment. I might see if I can pull up the screen on my tube channel. Yeah, I have to basically focus the camera on there. It's a bit difficult to keep it still. I'll just show you what I'm talking about. Search terms. Because searching is really hard, it's like, all my life I've been searching, Searching for hope, file not found. I really thought I was going to find it, but I didn't find it. So here's a search place. I'm trying to look up something with the keyword Corso. I go into all sorts of areas like computer. I had this going okay, right? But these files and these folders, I go into operating system. I click. I'll just put the word up there. I'll just put a search term if I can reach the computer keyboard. DIZ, just the base hub. Just the first few days. And oddly enough, and the thing is, I seem to be getting all the wrong ones up. Like, these are empty folders, and the search folders. And the search folders are interesting, but I'm not happy until I see an actual, system menu. So this is really chaotic, trying to work out how to pull up a nice and, this filing. I know this is a typical response we get. So it's very primitive, right? So if this machine was more sophisticated, like if nerds and geeks were at the helm of designing this, right, for technology that was more slimline, then we wouldn't have this difficulty with people who've got disabilities. It drives up the wall, this is like, if neurotypicals are designing everything in these terms, well, I'm sorry, this does not play on my system, this thing's red glitchy because it needs a defrag. I have time to defrag this sucker. So if anyone in electronics also happens to be watching, well, I'm great at pinball wizarding a copier. I flow through a copier really well. And when it comes to doing things that are more general purpose, I'm sorry, I can't deliver. My system doesn't have a full operational capacity. That's what I have to deal with, Luigi. Trying to compete with normal people, humans. Human racing, as I call it, it's pathetic. And the thing is, it makes me angry, this is the kind of thing I went through as a child, watching normal people, basically kick my ass in everything I did, not knowing what I was good at, and then I found out that I was good at photocopier art, and 15 I called it the only thing I'd been good at. Damnation, why did I give it up? Look at it. So I'm going to try and see if I can... So really, I can't seem to understand how this stuff works, it shouldn't be that hard, theoretically, like, I'm pretty good with computers as in, to a certain extent, but I can't seem to get certain aspects, like, there's a lot of things I can't do with computers. It's too complicated, it's too general purpose, it's too broadband. Like, if it's just a copier, it's so simple, And I'm trying to find out, trying to get videos made on my subject, and here we are, I'm being impeded by this stupid setup, it's really pathetic, it's really dumb. It's like there's a lot of hit and miss, like, we seem to be getting a lot of these. We've got a new video editing suite, but we seem to be getting these silly, they look empty, these folders, I hate folders, yuck. They're so chaotic, so we've got videos in storage, so don't try again another search term. I gotta see if we can put in HD, and I don't know if this is actually trained on the screen properly. I'm going to see if we can type in that. It's a search term HD. You see, there doesn't seem to be a definite pattern. When we're talking copiers, right? For some reason I can work out a pattern, but this is not pattern enough. So I'm an expert system in human drag. That's how it feels. And being an expert system in human drag means that I'm so specialised that I can't adapt very well to things that are too chaotic or too unpatterned, and computers are just too much. There's too much knowledge. There's too much information, and you see, that's my keyboard folder. See, it's file folders. I hate folders. This makes me angry. I've actually gotten so. This is some of the stuff, Luigi Benedict, that causes me to go off my head. Trying to work this stuff out and trying to do it quickly, and then when I'm on an empty stomach because of my brain is pulling too much juice. And I haven't got enough food because, I'm having issues with supplying food. Well, you can understand that I'm working in a very tight bandwidth and having to deal with the past and deal with loneliness and all that. It's a real stink. I don't understand why you can't save me from this, because I don't want to be mean. It's just so discouraging, not knowing when I'm going to get out of here and fly the coop out of here, So here's my new editing suite, if you can see it, and I must admit, there you go, I can't seem to import the photos. It's real stupid. It's real pain. That typical response, not responding, we've got to blame freeze up. So, that's a real pain in the ass, Anyway, that's just have to, so that's basically it, I'm good at doing things like this, like something that requires pure doing action, not things that require learning. So when you're talking about learning a full, because, you know very well, Luigi, I can't learn with my memory, I can't learn theory, and if something's too, I don't understand folders, I don't know how we use search folders, search terms, Boolean expressions, I don't know, I just can't seem to understand the pattern. When there's no pattern, Luigi, there's no action, and it takes, so a normal person could knock something, could cream me within minutes, like, it's like, as I said, when things from, school days, like, when they're in the streets, in the neighbourhood, brought up in my little mother's place, and in the neighbourhood we used to, you used to play games, and you used to, hang out with your social and that, stuff that I still have trouble with today, and, you get really annoyed when you see them succeeding at things like yo-yos, and, they're good at, they're good at riding on their bicycles without the hands on the handlebars, and they do it so easily, and yet, some tasks I tried to learn, and I spend, years learning, like to do the moonwalk, like Michael Jackson's moonwalk, it took me 2 years to learn how to do it on my own. I mean, if I had a teacher, but I don't even know if having a teacher would have helped, so a normal person could have picked up the moonwalk within minutes, that's what's really annoying about normal people, is that. And that's the problem, is when you think you have to be them and you don't know what your identity is, and you think you have to give up the very thing that you do so well, and then you're trying to compete fully on human terms, and you're not happy with what you're doing anyway. It's no fun. And then of course you feel as if you're a piece of shit. You feel bad, and you feel rotten, and you feel like basically jealousy sets in. You become jealous of the enemy, and then you realise when you're actually in your own zone, and you're into photocopiers, and that's where you've been beautifully made. And then, even though it's really sad 20 years later, or 18 years later, you then feel good about yourself, and you feel loved, and of course when you found it, and of course finding you has basically made me feel good. And without you, you could have cured those internal resistances and taught me how to be a human, how to be beautiful, how to be like I am today. But the only thing that's missing is you and all the beautiful stuff and of course the people, the party throwing, the people we had. And I really long to be home, in a zone where I can feel warm and accepted. This place doesn't accept me. It's like everything in this place, Luigi, is cold. The temperature is cold. It's enough to make me want to stay in bed, and the company is cold. I feel like Cinderella. My brother gets so beautifully accepted by my father and all the people, and I'm treated like I'm some kind of bastard of the family, some black sheep, tonehead. Okay, black sheep, tonehead. It's like I'm treated like a bastard, like I pulled a knife on somebody or something, And it's really not good for my self-esteem to be in this competitive environment. But if I was doing my copier stuff, and if I had been being myself, and try to teach people to be themselves, well, I could have been respected by neurotypicals, because if I had have done it not in a selfish framework that I did after I broke up with you, and you took it up with a selfish attitude, well, I could have, if I had have been on stage in my social group, and if you had have been put up, because the thing is I was exalting myself after that, and crushing myself first and then exalting myself, that's foolishness. So now what I'm thinking is, if I had have stayed with you, you would have made me beautiful, you would have made my face beautiful, you would have made me smile, and you would have given me a positive attitude, and it would have rubbed off on all those neurotypicals. I would have had respect, they would have eaten out of my hand, and they would have seen my photocopier art as a beautiful gift, like a beautiful child, But now they see it as an abhorrence, and I'm really cut, and I feel I have to be there still, to be like I'm competing, and it makes me sometimes want to cry, Because I feel as if the only way I can get home is to actually play some human racing games to prove that I'm not, I don't understand why this game has to play, I don't understand. You can play it better than I can. You've got more, you might be a photocopier expert, but mark my words, you know more about computing than I do. We can't compute this stuff fully. I'm considering a copier expert system trying to do full-on computing. I'm doing very well. I think compared to a normal person, in many parts of this zone, I'm doing very well, but when we're talking mundane activities like folders and search terms and that, I'm sorry, I can't compute that, and it's really pissing me off. You try over and over. I'm trying to use this trial and error here to do it, but I can't find the pattern. I can't find the actual flow. Now, photocopiers work on a pattern. It's like, that's how AI learns, but I'm sorry, I don't have the full bandwidth, and that's why I became jealous of my human counterparts, because they were doing the technician trade better than I was, and their social life was like, wow, they could have sex, they could have, and their Christian faith wasn't failing like mine, so I was jealous of all that stuff, and really I had nothing to be jealous of, Luigi. Nothing. It was all brainwashing, stupid brainwashing, foolishness, dumbness, and now everyone thinks I'm dumb and thinks I'm bloody disruption. Tell me to shut up. They don't love me for who I am. And occasionally when you get, as I said, when I'm using a photocopier in a public zone, and I help somebody, and when they want my help, that is, and when they want my help, and I don't talk about personal lives and I don't fraternise with them, I know that they love what I do. Then it's only the problem is that only occupies a fraction of a % of my life now, and now that I'm away from the photocopier, and I'm trying to push the copier message to people, and the problem with video is you can't. People can just switch it off just like that. You don't like the content, it goes on for too long, it's too angry. That's it. They can just flick it off like that, or they don't watch it. But then in real time, you don't want to impose yourself either. But then in real time, at least when you're standing next to the photocopier and you're showing them that you can help them, you can be a practical. They love practical, right? Well, then that's. And sometimes I've had people, commenting on my photocopier art and liking it occasionally. But unfortunately, I've been a fool and sort of gotten a bit too funny about it, too, boastful about it. Anyway, I better take this off. But I hope to see you soon, Luigi. Goodbye.